welcome to my channel. My name is Nene and today we are talking about my current top 5 designer fall fragrances. Now my fragrance journey has had its ups and downs, its left, its right, and everything in between, considering the prices of fragrances as well as their longevity and all of the things of why we pick certain fragrances. So that's why I'm going to share my top 5 with you. Now if that is something that interests you, please keep watching. Hello again and welcome to my channel. My name is Nene and here on my channel I share everything I love, whether that be fragrance, family, food, fun, friends, all of the things that I enjoy when I am outside of your screen. I invite you to please take the time to subscribe as well as like and share this video if you so see fit. Now let's get into what the topic is today, and today we're talking about fall fragrances. Fall is a season that I especially love with fashion, and to go right hand in hand with it, we have our banger 5 fall fragrances. These 5 are designer fragrances. They're not going to be in any particular order, but these are the ones that I felt most compelled to reach for since the weather has broke, as well as out of the designer fragrances I have in my collection. So let's get started. I feel like I can, however, start on the lower price of the spectrum, and the first one I'm going to share with you is L'Extase Rose Absolue under Nina Ricci. Now this warm balsamic sweet rose has top notes of both pink and black pepper. It has benzoin, patchouli, musk, and cedar, which help it to smell rather similar to Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Oud Satin Mood. Now this fragrance also was behind the nose of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, but of course, based on the chemical makeup of the fragrance, this one, which retails for about $30–$35, and of course MFK's Oud Satin Mood is upwards around $200 to $300. So definitely a significant difference. However, this one is a beautiful, sweet, jammy rose that I think you would enjoy, and it's perfect for this time of the year because it is, even though it's a cheapie, it's a goodie, and that is because of the smell itself carries on to your fabrics of your clothes as well as your skin. It's not going to be extremely loud, but it is very pretty, and I think you would enjoy it if you enjoy a sweet, jammy rose. Again, that is Nina Ricci, and this is L'Extase Rose Absolue. The next fragrance, coincidentally enough, is another creation by Maison Francis Kurkdjian, this time under the line of Burberry, and this is my Burberry Black. This is a beautiful concoction of jasmine, peach, amber, and patchouli. It is absolutely beautiful. At some point, I even got something really smoky, but as I've been wearing it lately and it's been cooler out, I haven't got as much smoke. I get more of the amber, which I'm loving. I'm absolutely loving amber in fragrances for some reason this time in the fall. But this is definitely one that you can find reasonably priced on the discount sites. You may even get lucky and find this in like a Nordstrom rack or something of this. I didn't pay very much for this. This is a 30 ml 1 ounce. I love it. I should have got a bigger one. I think I actually will. This is my fragrance of the day, and I really don't need to put any more on, but who gonna check me, boo? You will definitely get about 6 to 8 hours of wear in this fragrance. You will get about an arm's length of projection, and honestly the scent bubble is just enough for me. I actually have not worn this to a large gathering, because who's been to a large gathering? But I have worn this around like smaller family and friend gatherings, and I have got a few compliments, and I think you will too. The good thing about this fragrance, that it's not very expensive, but however the longevity again, as well as the performance of the fragrance, I will say is probably one of my favorite from the Burberry line overall. And that is my Burberry Black, and that is my Burberry Black. The next fragrance that I'm going to mention can come as a surprise, as I raved about this fragrance during the spring and the summer, and I've realized that this is really an all year round fragrance for me because I love it so much. It is one of the few fragrances in its type that I flock to. I generally will stick to sweet, or not sweet necessarily, but more gourmand fragrances, and this one is not gourmand or has any type of fruit or sweet note in it, and this is none other than Balenciaga's Florabotanica. Now I will leave in my description box or even in the iCards my previous videos where I have described what this fragrance means and reminds me of as far as a scent memory. But now that it's cooler out, I can see myself in like either a
leather or faux leather in my case.
a faux leather moto jacket with a nice pair of like skinny jeans with a nice pair of either combat boots or even a nice moderately heeled boot, something. Basically, I look very chic, but like I'm not doing too much, but I'm still killing it. Like that is definitely something. I mean, look at this bottle. This bottle is doing so much and nothing at all at the same time, and that's exactly what I feel when I wear this fragrance in the summer. And even now you still get that crisp green minty on the top fragrance, but it's still very pretty and I won't say elegant because that's not really the right word, but it is to me a very classy, but more edgy and classy, if you can put that together. I can see someone, as far as fashion, possibly I can see someone like Hilo Lux wearing something like Florabotanica, because she's so delightfully feminine, but she's so edgy in her fashion sense that I can see her wearing something like this. I wonder if she's ever tried it. I don't know. But that's who I see. And if you're not following her, girl, what are you doing? Between her and Brittany from Pockets and Bows, I live. But that's another subject. Then again, this is Balenciaga's Florabotanica. Next fragrance I'm going to share is no stranger to a fall fragrance list. It is the highly coveted Maison Lancome's Oud Bouquet. Now, Oud Bouquet was my very first oud fragrance, and I will say that I could not have picked a better one. It is an intoxicating syrupy rose oud fragrance. It has notes of saffron, of course oud, rose, and praline. It is delicious. It is a definite gourmand, but a big girl gourmand, I should say. If you again have not got into oud, I would say that this is probably your safest gateway into oud. It did take me a while to get used to it, I will say that, but once you have experienced a masterpiece such as Oud Bouquet, you will learn to appreciate oud as a note overall, and it will open up a new world for you into fragrance. Again, this is Maison Lancome's Oud Bouquet. Now the next fragrance is definitely one of my favorites, but also one of the most expensive, but I would also tell you that I would buy her again, and that is Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. Now, Lost Cherry gets a bad rap because of said longevity, but I do all and what I can to have this baby last because I love it on its own, as well as layering it with other fragrances. This has notes of bitter almond, of course on the top black cherry, cherry liqueur. You have roasted tonka bean and sandalwood and cedar. So this is a very in-depth fragrance, so you're not just going to get what you would imagine a maraschino cherry to smell like on its own. This is a oriental gourmand. It is absolutely intoxicating. The bitter almonds come off like amaretto, which is a alcoholic drink made from almonds. So if you are familiar with that, or you have drank a amaretto sour before, you are familiar with what bitter almonds are. But this fragrance will absolutely have your mouth watering, or someone around you. I commonly will layer this with Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, Baccarat Rouge 540, basically anything that you would layer with a cherry fragrance, Or, you know, I like to mix and match, and definitely I would say that fall is a time where you pull out your leathers and your suedes, not only in your fabrics of your clothes, but also in your notes and your fragrances. Lost Cherry is a fragrance that I can see myself having in my collection for a lifetime, but also especially during this season, I have been reaching for it like crazy to do, like I said earlier, either layering or just on its own. It is a beautiful, intoxicating fragrance that I think you would enjoy. The price tag is pretty hefty, but I will say that I do not regret paying it. I think I actually got it on discount on the Tom Ford website. This was months and months and months and months and months ago, probably the end of last year. I've had this for a while, but I definitely have a significant dent in it. It now is available in travel size as well as on the discount sites because it has been out for a while. Now, with all that said, we have now completed my top 5 fall fragrances. Please, in the comment box below, let me know what is one of your bangers in case I'm missing out on it. I thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.